think we're back. Sorry, I had to start all over again. Let's start again. Thank you for those who subscribe. I do appreciate you guys. Thank you. Mucho gracias, muchos. All right, let's go back. Now, if you see the thumbnail, I have to come presidential today. All right, because if you go based on what is going on, they swing again and they missed on President Trump. I hope he's fine and his family. I don't wish people to unalive. It's never been my style. Okay? I like people to be alive, for them to see the consequence of their actions. That's better. You understand? Now, I'm not advocating anything violent towards anyone. Please don't take what I say out of context. All right? I don't care you're left. I don't care you're right. But I remember very well, during the election period, I remember the day that assassination attempt on his life, and a lot of people were mad that he missed. I'm like, why would you be happy that the man is going to get unalive? But it shows you how people really truly feels about him. Very polarized. Is it polarizing? He's very, very polarizing, and people don't like it. But the thing is that we live in a world today that a lot of people are cranky. A lot of people are not very happy with the situation that's going on in the world. And I get it. I understand. But let's get straight to it. Now, I have some exclusive information that you might not have, because I actually come across a video that actually shows like when that situation really happened, when it actually started, and how the Secret Service actually came in to rush and make sure that it doesn't get out of hand. Let me actually get the video for you guys, and actually I should have started with that video initially, because it shows exactly how they quickly responded to the situation. It was kind of like President Trump would say, that's a beautiful thing. All right, let me quickly get to you guys the video and show you guys the video. When it actually happened. It's kind of really interesting though. For some reason they didn't have this video for you guys, but I have the video, recorded it last night so I can share when I'm on this live stream today. Because I think it's quite very important because for me, something about me is that I am not going to misinform you just because I'm looking for clicks. I give you the information. I give you my perspective. Don't follow me. Listen to it and make your own choices. Make your own decision out of it. Because for me, I think that is very healthy. Don't just take what one person say, then you take it on board. You believe it. So I'm going to show you a series of videos of what some people are thinking really about the whole assassination attempt. It looks really scary from the outside, but I don't want to bore you with too much information because I'm not even going to be here too long. Let me give it to you. Let me drop it like it's hot, DJ. There you go. Watch.
Where's it coming from? Where's it coming from? There's left, down the stairs. Wait. Where's it coming from? Over there. Where's it coming from? What's the crossfire? Look out!
Bro, somebody go.
Everybody stay down. We got one down. In there. Jim!
What the f? Oh my God.
Stay down, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, stay down. Where's that at? He's inside. He's not inside. Nobody comes in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was exclusive right where that situation happened. All right, I found the video online, so shout out to those who posted it. Yeah, I don't think the guy, they put him on the ground already. He was kneeling down, and I think he was laying down because there was photos and videos about him going on. Hey, I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know. Allegedly, I don't know. I wasn't there, so don't judge me. Okay? If you're trying to judge me, God will judge you. I don't know. I wasn't there, so I cannot categorically say that he did it or he didn't do it. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you from the outside, okay, when that situation was happening at the back, then we see what's happening in the front. DJ, drop the track.
Why?
Yeah, that was the assassination attempt. I'm glad, number one, nobody died. That was very important. Okay, you might say you don't want to shoot him. You shoot him, then the bullet hits somebody. You understand? You go there to go and eat. You didn't know that would be your last meal. We're happy nobody died. That's number one. Yeah. So, as usual, I like my American brothers and sisters. When it's time for situations like this, you see them, their voice is coming out. And they don't really give a shit. But, before I like to continue, let's listen to what President Trump, he said some really nice things. Let's hear his reasons why these things is constantly happening to him. Apparently, this has been the 4th time that somebody was trying to take his life. The 4th time. Let's get it.
Do you think this keeps happening to you?
Well, I've studied assassinations, and I must tell you, the most impactful people, the people that do the most, you take a look at the people, Abraham Lincoln, I mean, you go through the people that have gone through this when they got them, but the people that do the most, the people that make the biggest impact, they're the ones that they go after. They don't go after the ones that don't do much because they like it that way. And when you look at the people that have either, whether it was an attempt or a successful attempt, they're very impactful people. Just take a look at the names there, the big names. And I hate to say I'm honored by that, but I've done a lot. We've done a lot. We've taken this country, and we were a laughing stock for years, and now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. We've changed this country, and there are a lot of people that are not happy about that. So I think that's the answer, Peter.
Hold on.
So that was the feedback that President Trump gave, that he studied assassinations from the people who came before him, and he thinks it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, I didn't say it. You heard it by yourself. I like to give respect to my elders because he's an elderly man. So that was his feedback, that it's only good people that people like to assassinate. So they've done a lot of great, great things. So yeah, because this is how it is. I don't think I have much commentary today. Maybe later down all other videos, because the Americans will speak for themselves. I don't need to speak for them. But like I say, if it quacks like a duck, sounds like a duck, it might be a duck or it might be a chicken, because these I don't know if he's real or looks suspicious. Allegedly. Everything I said tonight, allegedly. Allegedly, I don't want wala. Allegedly. But I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. That was too comfortable. Because if you look at the initial video that I showed, you see somebody holding camera, recording all these things like this. If you're scared of your life, you think you have the time to put up a phone and start recording? Come on, man. I'm just saying. I'm not there. I wasn't there. But I had the exclusive video. I said I'll share it with you. Because I want to have information. I can't wait to run to you guys and give it to you guys. So don't be stingy with your fingers. Click the follow button. Subscribe. Because there's more coming. Because I started listening to the Americans. It's like, what do you guys think about what's going on right now? And you can get their feedback. All right? Now, as you well know, America is a land of conspiracy theories. They specialize in it. They have master's degree and PhD. They can look into a hole and tell you that there's a planet inside. But this is one of the pushback. Apparently, the image of the guy that you're looking, that guy, he was the one that committed the crime. But they started putting a lot of data. You know how internet works. Internet is undefeated. It will find you. If anything you do on internet, it will be there. It will find you. And just remember the day they're going to find me. Chai. Conversation for another day. Let's move on. But this is the guy that apparently he actually wrote a manifesto. We'll get to that. But this thing is, it looks very suspicious. Extremely very suspicious. That's all I can say. But listen.
So the Trump suspect Cole Allen and Usha Vance, JD Vance's wife, were actually in a video in a competition together in 2017, and it was in the news. What is happening? Look at this video. You're going to see both in there. This is at this tech conference where they're trying to get funding. Just look.
College student Cole Allen developed a prototype for a wheelchair emergency brake.
And there he is.
The wheelchair brakes tend to lock the wheels, but don't actually lock the chair to the ground. The idea with this
This is interesting.
is to prevent it from moving at all.
Recent
This seems
Aging into
nice.
the Future conference held by St. Barnabas Senior Services and the Eisner Foundation
You'll see Usha.
offered a test run on products that have the potential to enrich the lives of
There
seniors.
she is.
14 different tech startups
Y'all see
got
her?
to present.
How much of a coincidence is this? Is it just me, or does it seem like we're living in a clown world and they're all laughing in our faces allegedly? Or is this just one big coincidence and we should all shut up?
I don't know. It just doesn't fit the profile. I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't know. Allegedly. I wasn't there. I don't know. But yeah. I'm just saying. The security in that place, there was no security. It was like open buffet. You can just walk in. Yeah. That security is not security at all. That shit is strange like a mother sucker. Something is not adding up. This fresh guy wanted to assassinate the president. Since when? I'm just saying. Allegedly, I wasn't there, so I cannot confirm. This guy looked like a... This shit is strange. This shit is not adding up. I'm just saying, allegedly. We don't know. Let's move on.
A guy named Scott Pressler, who's a prominent conservative activist, is trying to use what happened last night at the White House Correspondents' Dinner to change how elections work in this country. He says, "Dear Leader Thune and our Republican Senate majority, since Democrats are literally trying to assassinate President Trump, can you come back to Washington and pass the Save America Act before Democrats have the opportunity to win back power? Thank you." He also says if the Democrats ever gain power again, they'll try to bankrupt us. They will weaponize the IRS against us. They will pass laws to take away our gun rights. They will use red flag laws and turn the courts against us. They will try to imprison us. He says they've tried to kill President Trump several times. They've succeeded in murdering Charlie Kirk. what's it going to take for our Republican Senate majority to pass legislation and secure our country's future? First of all, the Charlie Kirk shooter was not affiliated with any party, and neither was the guy from last night. But if we take a look at murders and politically motivated terrorism, excluding 9/11, as you can see here, Republicans make up 63%, Democrats only 10%. Political violence is never acceptable, but neither is trying to prevent the Democrats from gaining power in fair elections because of a crime committed by somebody who's not affiliated with either party.
And that's the thing. And the propaganda machine will start kicking in now. It was left. Oh, it was left. They will find a way to intertwine it together. Something is not even connected at all. Yeah, there's going to be another shebang now in America in the next couple of months now. You guys, I'm telling you, there's going to squeeze your nuts. Pause. No Diddy. But, it's like every little time that we're dealing with one stupid crisis, there's always another Armageddon. There was a lady who said something about this a couple of days ago. I couldn't find the video. She literally predicted this was going to happen. T for a T. She said, you just watch out. There's going to be an assassination at time. I'm like, for what? Since when? Guess what? 3 or 4 days later, there's one. You cannot make this shit up. Now, I don't know how this is going to affect us now, the rest of the world. What this is going to lead to, maybe cost of living or whatever law or bill they're going to pass. Then another country will take it on board. Because America does it now, the rest of the world has to do it. This is why I pay attention to this, because everything that happens there, for some reason, it always affects the rest of the world for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know, maybe they've connected their Bluetooth to every government department in the world. That as soon as we do something here, it needs to transmit everywhere you are. Look at that. They start pointing fingers. Please, Americans, don't vote for the shenanigans. It doesn't matter if you're left or if you're right, but many people know you could so go ahead, now not get anything for it. Now they think. They will put you guys in, start colliding with each other again. They will start another. This is what I'm thinking though. If Americans are not careful, allegedly, if you guys are not careful, they will want to provoke people into civil war. That's it. They will want to provoke people into civil war. Like I said a couple of days ago, if you go and watch other videos that I've done about this, all right, you will see I said the same thing. The formula, it's always been divide and conquer. And the tools that they use is crisis. Crisis by creating an environment whereby there's going to be so much hostility. Left is left fault. Before you know, bam, is right fault. Then you start colliding on each other. They'll keep passing by. Look at that. A situation present itself. Look at what this is saying right now. It's saying this is, dear leader, to our Republican states majority, since Democrats are literally trying to assassinate President Trump. Really? How do you know? How? Can you come back to Washington, D.C. and pass the Save America Act before Democrats have an opportunity to win back power? Like literally. Nobody is asking that. Did anybody die? Or did anybody caught a bullet? No. Please don't fall for it. Because every time you guys have a lot of shenanigans going on there, it affects us everywhere in the world. So I'm begging you, don't go and start hating on Democrat and start hating on Republican now. I think by now everybody should know that Atiri Difradi in Yoruba, it means that we've seen the ass of a chicken. You know, when the breeze blew, the chicken ass, you will see it if you open your eye. Because this is the kind of shenanigans that you need to avoid. In less than, it's not even 24 hours. Bam, there's a news already that is Democrat. And I'm going to believe there's going to be some idiots, one bush somewhere. It will take it on board. It will start talking a lot of shit and start attacking each other again. The same old shit. The same old shit. You see, they have tried to kill President Trump several times. They have succeeded in murdering Charlie Kirk. Like, serious, really. So it's Democrats that good Lord. I don't know how you guys survive in our country. I swear to God. My head is just wanna blow up sometimes. So it's Democrat that killed Charlie Kirk. Really? Wow. What is going on? What is it going to take our Republican Senate majority to pass a legislation to secure our country future? Good Lord. Americans, I wish you guys all the best. You know, I tease you guys a lot, but I do genuinely wish you guys all the best, that we can get in the world today whereby politics is not going to be the source of every destruction in the world. Unfortunately, with what I can see, it's going to be. As an African man, I'm not really surprised because most people don't really give a shit. We don't give a shit. You know what? Go and watch other videos that I've done. It will explain it to you. Let's move on.
Succeeded in murdering Charlie Kirk. What's it going to take for our Republican Senate majority to pass legislation and secure our country's future? First of all, the Charlie Kirk shooter was not affiliated with any party, and neither was the guy from last night. But if we take a look at murders and politically motivated terrorism, excluding 9/11, as you can see here, Republicans make up 63%, Democrats only 10%. Political violence is never acceptable, but neither is trying to prevent the Democrats from gaining power in fair elections because of a crime committed by somebody who's not affiliated with either party.
Something serious is happening right now, and nobody is paying any attention to it. The White House literally just fired all 24 members of the National Science Board. If you don't know what the NSB is, then allow me to break it down for you. National Science Foundation Act of 1950 created the NSF with two heads, a director and a board, and jointly they set a strategic direction of an agency that now distributes roughly $9 billion annually. This is in federal research funding. This is authorizing new major program. And like it says here, the board's members are nominated for the distinguished records in science, engineering, education, and public affairs, drawn from industry and universities, and confirmed to staggered 6-year terms, so that scientific research priorities are set by the long arc of scientific progress rather than the election cycle. Now, in turn, the Trump administration on Friday dismissed members of an independent board that oversees the National Science Foundation, which finances much of the public scientific research in the United States. And on Friday afternoon, National Science Board members received a terse email on behalf of President Donald J. Trump that said their position was terminated effective immediately. Keep in mind, this happened right before this controversy, and in the midst of this controversy that nobody seems to be paying any attention to, which I'm going to do a video on today because people apparently aren't aware of any of the files that have been released as of yet. At this point, I feel like this is the year of disclosure. I mean, there's literally a fucking movie coming out later this year called Disclosure Day. Can we be so fucking serious?
And that's the thing though, like, I crashed out a couple of days ago. I did a video about the Dutch government. One of the few European countries who have already passed it. I think every country, you need to go and check the most updated law that they passed, that they didn't publicize it. Because this is what they always do. It's called a sleight of hand, like a magician. Hey, it's going on here. Yeah, sign that deal. You understand? That's what they do. They say, yeah, hey, sign the deal. Yeah, hey. It's so crazy. The Dutch government passed a law that will allow two men to extract the embryos to make a baby and exclude a woman. Yes, if you think I'm lying, Google it. Go and check it if you think I'm lying. That is how crazy it is. Now, look at this now. They've just, the whole science department in the country, they just, hey, President Trump said, your service is no longer needed because I told you guys to go to the moon. And you didn't go to the moon properly, allegedly. You went, but there's a lot of videos that is debunking that a lot of it. So this now, assassination. Yes. But let me let this Afro-American brother explain it to me in his own different words. Like you said, anytime I'm bored, I like to watch things from America, but let's listen.
Biracial black man who doesn't necessarily fit the profile of somebody that would try to go after the president directly like this. In fact, when I saw his picture, I was surprised he was alive. I mean, let's be real here. They have killed us for less.
Fact.
In fact, the last person or the first person that attempted to take Trump's life, he didn't make it off the roof.
Nope.
And if I remember correctly, this is Donald Trump's third attempt on his life while he is president.
Right.
He's only second to Barack Obama, who had 11. But the difference between Trump and Obama had a total of 11 to 13 attempts, but they never even got off the ground. Compared to Trump, every single one of his attempts got off the ground and had shots fired. And that's a big difference. It shows what it is like to have a competent administration around you compared to this hiring your friends and donors.
President.
And I think that's the most important thing, to see the difference. I know, look, every little thing that President Trump talks about is that it always want to involve Biden and Obama. One way or the other, it's always their fault. You suck lollipop, is Obama's fault. Pause, no Didi. Somebody do something, it's Biden's fault. I don't want to say, I've never seen in my lifetime, like, they call the leader of the world and can't even have any kind of accountability at all. I don't think I've ever seen any kind of news conference where, the President Trump would say, okay, this is my fault as a leader. Nah, not at all. And that's the example. Let's listen to what this man is going to say, because I really want to hear his concept. Because for me, I'll listen to all. I don't make judgment. I'll let you decide by yourself. Let's listen to what he's going to say.
Trump and Melania were just evacuated from the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Apparently, there was someone with a pew-pew in the lobby that was firing off some shots. And at this point in time, I think it's pretty safe to assume they were coming after him. So President Trump will not be speaking at the Correspondents' Dinner tonight. And it's going to be interesting to see if the Correspondents' Dinner even continues. But how many attempts does this make now? This is all due to just leftist rhetoric and their delusion that he is somehow a threat to our republic. He's no more of a threat to our country than Barack Obama was. He's no more of a threat than many others were. So the fact that they have tried to unalive him on this many occasions and very much in public shows that he is doing things that is making our country better and getting people away from the leftist narrative, which is actually destroying our country. So y'all need to get your head screwed on straight, and y'all need to get out of your delusional fantasies and join the rest of us in reality, because this crap's getting old.
Ladies and gentlemen, this Humpty Dumpty potato head is blaming this on Lefty and President Obama. Please have a look at his face. This Humpty Dumpty potato head is blaming this assassination on President Obama and lefties. What does President Obama have to do with this? This Humpty Dumpty. This Humpty Dumpty is blaming this on President Obama and the lefties. Really? Americans, do you guys have any form of education and comprehension at all? Is it like every idiot across the street that has a phone in their hand can just say some of the most fucked up, ridiculous shit you'd ever hear in your life? What does this have to do with President Obama? Now we'll get this Humpty Dumpty. What does this have to do with President Obama? What? Boy, I don't know how you guys do it over there. I genuinely don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you survive in our country. I don't know. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This forsaken baboon. What does this have to do with President Obama? What does this have to do with lefties? How do you know he's lefties? How do you know his religious belief? Has he come out and tell you that that's what he believes in? This is another propaganda machine. Watch out. Stephen, Sam, don't listen to people like this. He's lying. You don't know. Don't go start hating each other again and start fighting again. I'm telling you guys, they are trying to create a civil war in America. I'm telling you, it's been in the books for a while. They're trying to turn everybody against each other so you can start fighting. They will start passing law. You fight each other, then they'll pass a law. Hey, when this crisis was going, we now decide this is best for us. We're going to pass this law. It's the same old playbook. I swear to God, if you close your eyes now, you can predict what's going to happen. That is how crazy it is. This Humpty Dumpty is blaming this assassination attempt on President Obama. Really? I better come up from my screen.
Hello, fake assassination department, where it's more than just a fad. How can I help you? I'm sorry, what? The White House Correspondents' Dinner. You mean the one that's tonight? No. I understand why you need this to happen. His numbers are tanking, people are talking about Epstein again, and the whole Strait of Hormuz debacle is just blowing up in his face. My question is, why are you asking for this now? I cannot throw something together in a couple of hours, okay? This is a carefully planned piece of staged political intrigue, not a dinner party for an 8th grade graduation. I know it worked in 2024. You know why it worked in 2024? Because I had time to make it work. I had time to teach the Secret Service choreography. I had time to set up that little fist photo op thing, and I had time to give the president a little vial of fake blood and instruct him on how to put it on his ear in a somewhat believable fashion. And believe me, that last bit was actually the hardest thing of the whole debacle. All it was dab, 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 then come up. Dab, 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 then come up. And it took him 3 hours to get it right. 6 months of planning. And you want me to do this in... Where is my watch? I'm starting to think you guys go to this well little too much. You had the one in Pennsylvania in 2024, then another one on a golf course a few months later, and now this? Fellas, this is not like using your dead grandmother in order to get out of a math test, all right? We're dealing with severely diminishing returns. Fine, you can send me over a copy of the president's jokes, but I'm telling you, it's not going to make this go any smooth. Oh my God. On second thought, I can work something up, but I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be good. Also, not to sound like a broken record, but all this could be avoided if you just finish the ballroom. That way, I could have virtually any kind of fake assassination attempt just ready to go. Best I can do is a couple of shots fired in the lobby before Secret Service takes him down. And it is important that Secret Service takes him down before anybody has a chance to ask him any questions. Half my job is finding patsies, and I am scraping the bottom of the barrel. At this point, I'm pretty much down to loners on the dark web and dudes in community college improv troops. No, we can't use DoorDash Grandma again. We've already used her too much, and people are starting to get suspicious. Also, make sure the president doesn't know this is happening. We'll need footage of him looking surprised when the Secret Service shoves him to the ground like an old beanbag chair. I'm gonna need you to hold on a second. Caroline Levitt's talking about tonight's correspondents' dinner on the news.
This speech tonight will be classic Donald J. Trump. It'll be funny, it'll be entertaining, there will be some shots fired, shots fired, shots fired.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to put you on hold for a second.
Oh.
Hey, DoorDash Grandma, got a question for you. How would you like to meet the president again? No, not like that. You can hate me if you...
Yikes. Oh, I think it's beginning to look like a duck now. Did she say what I heard she said? That there was going to be a shot fired. Ooh. Allegedly. Shot fired. And the guy was apprehended before the Secret Service came. And they asked him all the questions and they took him away. There was no sin. Nobody died. That's what we can hope for, because I don't want anyone to die. But good Lord have mercy, man. This deserves some serious Oscar nominee. Yeah, you gotta nominate this episode for the 2 Oscars. Now, let's this guy give you a different perspective.
Want to, but I don't believe a single fucking word of it. Not a word. I have a theory that Donald Trump does this because he thinks it makes him seem important to have assassination attempts. Only the most important presidents get them. Abraham Lincoln, JFK.
He literally said it in the press conference, like, there are other presidents who's been, assassinated before, tried to be assassinated or got assassinated because they were really important people, and he thinks he's doing something really great, and that's the reason why he feels honored. I don't think this man really understands. This man feels honored because somebody wants to kill you. He feels honored for somebody to want to take attempt on his life.
Now, he's had 3 attempts. Give me a fucking break. So you mean to tell me that the next, most recent of these 3 attempts happens at the White House Correspondents' Dinner? The one event that he has refused to attend for a decade now? Actually, no, I think the last time he went was in 2011, when Obama rocked his shit and allegedly, speculatively, maybe awakened the, until that point, somewhat dormant spirit of his father, Fred Trump. You know Fred, the man who allegedly would stamp housing applications with the letter C for, I don't know how else to say this, so... color red. Think color red, people. You catch my drift? Anyways, real piece of shit. And I think maybe, just maybe, having an African-American man speaking to the one and only Donald Trump with such indignity, disrespect, forgetting, I dare say, in the mind of Mr. Trump, the idea that a man like that, if you catch my drift, could speak to me, the Donald Trump, future president, like that. Oh, darling, no. Oh, no. Not in my country, damn it. We're gonna start saying Christmas again. I don't know, sorry, that was a bit more Rhode Island, Family Guy, than Queens, New York. Anyway, this fuck doesn't go to this event and has refused to for 15 years now. Jesus, where does the time go? 15 years of this bullshit with this cunt. Ugh. I just can't stand this cretinous lump. Anyways, I don't believe it. So you're saying that the first night that he attends this event in 15 years just so happens to be the night that, I don't know, somehow the security guards put in their least competent agents? Because, by the way, sorry, those Secret Service looked like a babbling, bumbling band of baboons. Try to say that 5 times fast. Babbling, bubbling band of baboons. Babbling, bumbling band of baboons. Babbling, bumbling band of baboons. Babbling, bubbling band of baboons. Fuck. But at least I tried.
And let me get up this shenanigan is too much for me. I'm not feeling this. Pause, no DD. But the thing is that this is how serious people take this whole situation, really. I mean, let's say a lack of no serious. Because people's like, what the hell is this? This is a lot of shenanigan. Let me forward this. This guy is giving me too much vibes. Yeah, bro. Wear some clothes, man. Pause. Good Lord, have mercy. All right, let's go to the next one. Because I don't want to... Nah, I see too much... Pause. No, DD. Pause. Let's move on. All right, next one.
Protocol and all the precedent and never went to one. And now he decides to sit down, and guess what happens? Bang, bang outside, and then they all shelter in. It's not working, dude. I don't even want him to go out like that. I want him to, collapse in a pile of his own shit, because he doesn't deserve the dignified martyr title that would be appointed to him.
And that's the thing. A lot of people, it seems Americans are not swallowing this one at all. They're not swallowing this one at all. Like that pastor say, you gotta swallow. They're not. They're not swallowing this one at all because this shit looks like a bullshit. Huh?
What? A bullshit?
Yeah. This shit is.
A bullshit.
This is some bullshit. This shit doesn't. Oh God. Yeah. There was one video that I actually omitted. And I think this one was actually even much more important in all the situation. And I think this is way more profound. I was even scared. And I remember the lady said that would be the angle they're going to go with this one because they want to assassinate him, allegedly, but they're going to blame it on the Middle Eastern man. Okay? The Middle Eastern man will now be held accountable for them trying to assassinate him. And which is something that gives me a lot of concern. Because I'm thinking, God damn it, man. Please don't do it. Because if you go and do it now, this shit is not going to end well. Huh? Let me show you guys the video at the house. Because when this thing happened, let me make this bigger a little bit. Let me show you guys. This is the image. Let me mute the image, the volume on it. And show you guys, this is the image that it took of him when he was arrested. Let me make it a little much of a bigger. You see that? That was the image of him. That was what it looked like. See, when they arrested him, he was laying on the floor. It was laying on the floor. Let's listen.
By law enforcement officers. Various reporting since then has suggested that the gunman was tackled by law enforcement officers very close to the magnetometers, or rather the metal detectors, that were placed inside the venue to screen guests to make sure that they didn't have any weapons upon them. We're told that that alleged gunman was tackled to the floor, potentially firing as many as 5 to 9 shots. It's unclear whether those shots struck anyone, whether there were any injuries, but we have heard that Donald Trump and the First Lady and all members of the cabinet are uninjured. Donald Trump even posting on social media saying that he is in a perfect condition. We have heard, though, from law enforcement confirming that a man is in custody, that person apprehended, it would seem, not within the actual ballroom itself, and therefore at this stage it's unclear of the motive or really anything about that alleged shooter himself. Those are details which will undoubtedly come out, I'm sure, very, very quickly over the coming hours.
Yeah, the shit is not adding up. That's my perspective, though. Allegedly, I'm not saying it's not possible that he could not do it. He could do it, absolutely, but I don't know. This shit is quacking like a duck.
People don't give you what
You understand? This shit is quacking like a duck, and I'm genuinely, very, very concerned. Where's the video? This is the video.
Alhamdulillah, he's not a Muslim. I mean, for most Muslims, this is the very first reaction. They're breathing a sigh of relief after hearing about the news of the latest assassination attempt of Donald Trump. Now, the shooter has been identified as a 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen from California. Now, notice already the media narrative. Trump himself and the media is running with, this is a very sick person. Can you imagine the outrage and the reaction and the uproar if this was a Muslim? Would they have referred to him simply as a very sick person?
Nope.
Or all the Muslims would have been immediately under the spotlight. And this is Islam. Islam is what's driving these Muslims to commit these crimes, to commit these actions. They would have used all kinds of buzzwords. Now, unfortunately, we're just going to see a lot more of this kind of civil strife and violence in these Western societies. And there's a very good reason for this, because you notice that most of the media and a large portion of the political class and the influencers, they are intentionally creating hatred and division and divisiveness in these Western societies. And there's a very simple reason for that, because the politicians want to use this hatred, this division, as a way to bring themselves to power. And what's the net result when you create this kind of tension in society? When you create these clear lines, when you don't facilitate a way of unity, of coming together in a society, well, the net result is violence, because you got all of these clear divisions. Both sides are ideologically opposed to each other, and this is what it leads to. This is the result. But of course, as I said, for a lot of the politicians and most of the media, this is exactly what they want.
And that's the most scariest part of it, because I'm telling you, if the guy even had a turban, or if the guy had anything in his hand, this shit would have been worse. I'm telling you right now, Iran will be feeling it right now. You gotta understand something now. This is how quickly the world can change like that. You understand? The world will change just like that. Because you have the elite of the elite. When they're ready to start messing with people's head, this is how far they can go. If that man was a Muslim man, I'm telling you, by today, there will be a lot of akara in the air. That's a nuclear weapon. There will be a lot of nuclear weapon in the air. A Muslim man try to keep it. Oh shit! Hey, soldier, we are going. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. That is not even a second knowledge. It's a fact. So don't fall for it. If you're left, if you're right, don't fall into the trap. Don't blame President Obama on this. It has nothing to do with it. You have to be a fool for you to think this has anything to do with it. Obama's like, what the fuck did I just... What? But you have some idiot, left, right. If you're still looking at this whole political landscape that we have in this world on left and right, you're stupid. You're actually genuinely, you're deliberately being a very stupid individual, because you can't think for yourself. You can't really see how manipulative this is. A guy a couple of weeks ago burned down what's it called? Burn down a warehouse. They threatened to put him in jail for the rest of his life. And yet the minimum wage in America in most states is $7. $7 an hour. I beg, what are we even talking about? You understand? $7 an hour. But where is the support for the guy that burned down the one of the warehouse and a couple of the ones that burned down the warehouse? Where's the support? Those are the people that you need to go and support. Leave this whole political game. It's above your pay grade. It's above mine too. But I like to be informed and I want to inform you. So please, don't go and start shooting and killing each other because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for a reason to create martial law, to create the most greatest divide. You've heard the terms before. The greatest divide. That is what they're trying to do. And that shenanigan, once it start happening in America, every other part of the world will take it. Since America is doing it, they have to do it too. Because we have the most spineless set of leaders in the rest of the world. Yeah, because once America cough, everybody needs to cough too. It's just the truth. All right? I don't sugarcoat my talk. We are tired being over-policed. Oh, you need to speak this certain way. Fuck that. Fuck that. If you're mad with what I say, fuck you too. I don't give a shit. I'm tired of all this daily. In less than 2 days, I'll wait. This is what I told somebody the other day. You thought I was joking. I said, before the end of this year, I want you to book it down. Before the end of this year, America will attack another country. You watch. Before the end of this year, the American government will attack another country before the end of this year. The shenanigans that they did with Iran is still there. They haven't finished it. They're cooking another one. They're making fresh omelette. And one idiot is blaming this on Obama. I think education in America is not educating. They need to scrap your education curriculum that you guys use over there because there's not a lot of intelligent people there at all. I think the PhD and the master's degree there, they need to change it to primary school level. That's the level of idiocy that come out of some people's mouth. Because people can't critically think for themselves. Well, I just said I should just give you what is going on. So please do me a favor. Finger me on this follow button and subscribe button. You see right down there. No. Finger me there and finger me there. Follow button. Click it. It's free. All right? Nobody's charging you for it. But I said I should just come and update you. One thing I've seen about the government today is that they will create chaos or some level of distraction so they can pass some laws and policies. This is the framework. They'll create chaos so they can pass law and policy to justify what happened. And I'm happy it wasn't a black man. It wasn't an African man. Because now America as a whole, now every African country needs to go. You understand? No, we need to go back to shithole. Yeah, our shithole in Africa. That shithole that cough a lot of mineral resources. Yeah. So I don't know when President Trump is gone, how you guys are gonna repair the international relation. I genuinely want to see that. You see, that's why I came in I look organized because I'm giving presidential information. So please do me a favor and click the subscribe button. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let me go and sleep. Let me go and rub one out. Pause. No Didi.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit.